So welcome everybody to the Gamingbrew channel, where we love and play all things Dungeons and Dragons. Tonight is Rising Embers, episode 5. To hunt a dragon. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe and follow button. We play Rising Embers every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern. If you want to catch us live on Twitch. Odds go up 40 hours later. We're also excited because this Friday, kicking off another campaign, Into the Void. You're doing it wrong if you don't. Yeah, you gotta do the hand rub. I do have OCD. You cannot unconvince me that OCD does not make you a good world builder. Do you remember all your details? But with that, let's play some D&D. This is a very special episode because we're about to introduce a new character into the group.
New character, let's go.
Yay.
Oh, okay.
Says the guy introducing it.
DJ wants to give the dragon an advantage.
My dragon or the red fat one?
Who's voicing the dragon?
I do have a voice for the dragon, yes, I do. So in the last campaign, in the last episode, but not for your dragon, for my dragon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, you're more than welcome to roleplay my dragon. I'm cool with that.
But does your dragon speak? I can't even remember.
Yeah, it speaks full sentences.
None of that half sentence shit.
Well, now I want to hear what Grizz's dragon is going to be when he speaks to it. But in the last episode, you guys traveled around Vartengard, went to the Silverwood Lodging, where you learned more about this strange gray dragon. You took upon the quest to drive out this dragon by any means necessary, in hopes that the red dragon, the fat red dragon, would return, because this fat red dragon is more susceptible and easier to negotiate with and to get information from. And you hope by doing this, by getting this red dragon to return, that you can learn about the strange curse that has befallen the Tin Feather clan of Rook Shadow. We're going to pick up at the Northlands camp after you guys had your many fun discussions, delve into some backstory in the episode before, made some friends with a fairy, told some jokes. But this is going into the morning as the light is rising, waking you all up on this cold, brisk day. So group, what would you all like to do?
Wake everybody up.
Oh yeah, Till's enjoying her nap.
Upon being woken up, Goostrad would probably kind of like slowly open up one eye and like you kind of get a sense of his bearings, just to make sure like there's not another fake troll sleeping with him, and then realize that there's no pranks to be played and he got his full rest. He will kind of sit up and just look at the burning embers of the fire and stretch.
Would you say those are rising embers?
I don't know. Did they keep the flames going? I don't. You gotta tell me. Group, or were you too busy playing pranks?
Stew, man. Morgan was cooking.
Yeah, he was making
I
stew.
trust you'll find the Fey folk have gone.
Have they though? Have they really?
Make a perception check.
Fair.
Hey, you guys. 15.
I'm glad I heard it in that voice as well.
You guys.
Torgrim, as you look around, you don't see any fake creatures, but you do see a strange beast laying next to Till. You're not sure if it's friend or foe.
At that, Torgrim's gonna tell the party around him and pull out his greatsword and walk up, see, and try to assess if it's friend or foe from here.
Yeah.
Pick up his claymore as well.
Yeah, Torgrim, as you walk up, you just hear like a very faint like as the dragon, the little creature is snoring. Till herself is quite peaceful and quiet, but it wakes up as it hears like your crunching of your boots against the snow and shakes its head. Its eyes, these beady little yellow dots on its beaked face, kind of like stare at you, and you can see that it has the like anatomy of a dragon, but instead of having covered in scales, it seems to be covered in like a bunch of like soft white and black furs, almost like an owl. I mean, it'll look at you, tilt its head to the side, and it is like, rah, rah. And you don't know what it's saying, but it seems like it's trying to talk to you.
I'm gonna, from where I'm standing, I'm gonna try and wake up Till and be like, "Hey, Till, wake up! There's some sort of creature beside you. Be very slow, no sudden movements."
We'll have it for stew later.
What is this group in food, man? Yeah, you'll Till wakes up pretty quickly, and she'll lift up her head and doesn't acknowledge the creature and just looks at you, and then quickly gets up and does like a half somersault almost as she rolls out of her hammock with her gear grabbing it and wrapping it around her shoulder. Not quite sure what you're talking about. I don't think that one will be that tasty. This is a new companion of mine. It seems that Goostrad was lucky enough to get very cold when he finished his vows, but I was rewarded with something much nicer than that. And she'll like stick out one of her upper arms, and you can see the tiny creature just jumps off from the tree and like very unelegantly lands on her arm, and she like lowers it a bit from the weight as it lands. It seems to have wings, but it can't use them, and it kind of just looks like and it like spits, and you can see like a little bit of like this frost goop just like fly out of its mouth and land on the snow.
You gotta be careful there. That thing might take a socket out of your shoulder.
I'm sure I can. And you can kind of see her moving her shoulder. I'll be okay. I'll get used to it.
Gotta put some meat on those bones.
I don't think that will be necessary. I don't expect to be eating it. Sometimes less meat is more. You can move faster that way.
Yes, but when you get hit, it's gonna hurt.
Is that not what your job's for? To be hit?
Well, we can't protect you all the time.
Exactly. Can't protect you all the time.
I think I'll be quite alright. As she says that, the small dragon will like burrow itself into the fluff around her neck where the wings would meet her shoulder blades. His little head just poking out of the one side.
Well, he's very adorable.
Kind of truthful. Thing's not the prettiest. It's got an 8 charisma. It's pretty ugly.
Dag thinks it's adorable.
Do you
Sean
think it
is
has a name
taking
tag?
notes.
From my understanding, it's named itself Dal Laka.
Goostrad kind of takes a second and is like, it named itself. What is the naming convention of your people? It seems like you both have Laka at the end of your name.
Well, I don't think I know you quite well enough to share that, but our names have meanings at the very least, yes.
Would Shannon know anything about their naming conventions?
That is a question for Bruce.
That is a question for Bruce.
Make a history check with disadvantage.
No!
You know that some Golganthy hives do have naming conventions, but you haven't seen a Golganthy that quite resembles Till.
Does Till still have like that clutch or like that thing that she kind of grabs to every once in a while?
Oh yes, absolutely. There is still a satchel, like a bag wrapped around her torso, and one of her lower arms was still holding on to it.
Okay. Well, you both must be hungry because I'm hungry. Let's make some food.
The food's already ready. Just come over here, grab some stew.
Make a. You don't have cooking tools. Make a wisdom check, or just a straight wisdom check.
Oh.
It is a delicious stew. It might be one of the best stews you've ever had on the trail.
My God, Torgrim. This is the best stew I've ever had.
Compared
this
to
guy
the
became a
last stew
paladin
you
and-
made, this is impressive.
Do you think there's some that they'll be left over so we can store it? Keep it for later?
I mean, we can try if we don't eat it all now.
It's gonna be very hard not to eat it all now.
I don't remember,
Sorry, this is funny.
Torgrim. I don't remember you going to the market to pick up any spices. Where did you manage to find these?
You know, some twigs here, some meat there. You know, just a little bit of everything. Some herbs.
Are you telling me that this is flavored with twigs?
Well, I used a stick to turn it, and maybe some of it fell in.
I've heard some very good soup use certain roots from this area, right?
Yeah, see, exactly. there was some roots too. Almost forgot about the roots.
It's quite surprising that Goostrad knows more about your cooking habits than yourself.
I've just heard legend of Torgrim's cooking.
What is wrong with us?
A slight
Everything.
snow starts to fall. You can feel the air is chilling just a bit. You do see some clouds hovering overhead, and it looks to get a little angrier to the west.
Are we heading to the west?
You are.
Till has like the magnet thing, right?
I do. Yeah, once the group is ready, Till will take out of her pouch on her waist the gray metal shard and see, like, just resting on her palm, which direction it would be pointing.
All right, Goostrad will not take more soup, and we'll try to save some for later.
Looking up at the sky, Stag will just grab herself a bowl.
The gray metal shard doesn't spin much. It kind of just edges a little bit, pointing to the northwest.
So did you pick up a bowl with actual soup in it, Stag?
I did.
I thought you didn't need anything.
Well, certain days I don't need to, because the sun is out, but it looks like today I won't be seeing much of it.
Goostrad will look up and just, okay, interesting. I do remember you mentioning that. Now.
We should
Now.
hurry up and.
Now?
I remember it now. Yeah.
Okay.
We should hurry and get going. The snow's only going to get worse.
For once, the small child has a point. It looks like the shard is heading north, maybe northwest, perhaps a little bit. Once we're done eating, Stag, we should get on the way.
Certainly agree. I can eat and walk.
Well, I don't think we're in that much of a rush. You should rest a bit.
I've rested all night. I feel perfectly fine.
Very well. And with that, Till gets right up and ready to walk.
So as you guys head off, following the way that the strange metal shard directs you towards the dragon's lair, the snow here gets a little bit heavier. You can see the snowfall falling down from above also gets a bit heavier too. Makes it a little difficult to see, but luckily because you have something to guide you and a cleric of the hunt and a ranger in your group, it's not too difficult to navigate this. But you trudge through the snow, and as you're trudging, you are moving a little bit slower than you're used to doing. And you head towards, looks like a mountain peak. And the mountain peak opens up, gives yourself a little traveler's ravine. And as you're walking, you come to understand that this ravine here is actually it's widened into a pathway, and you're trudging across a frozen river with about 3 inches of snow above the ice. Going through the ravine, the snow gets heavier and heavier until finally, as you carefully cross this frozen lake, you see the mountainside has opened up to the mouth of a large cave. Let's do, this will be some ambience, so it might be a little quiet for you.
Well, knowing her companions, Till will immediately walk to the edge of the rock wall, so she's not standing on the ice.
Does it look dark at the entryway of the cave, like something that we would need to have some sort of additional vision?
So as you peek inside, you get a better look at this. A couple of things are going to stick out. One is there's no heavy winds, and even though there's a snowfall, a few of you would know just based off of your life experiences that this is not a lair of a white dragon, which makes you excited, a little bit happy, I'm assuming, a little bit of sighs of relief. What's different though is there are these very large, almost like gemstones that are sticking out randomly throughout this cave, and these gemstones give off a vibrant light that makes that shines off the ice and gives this rainbow effect, giving almost like illuminating the cave, providing vision.
And what was the color of the dragon that we were trying to go after? I thought it was
Gray.
Oh, it was a gray. Okay.
The shard one is gray. The other one is red.
Okay.
Yes, the dragon to help Runa was red, but the other seems to be made of metal, so gray would make sense.
Torgrim, as you step up a bit on the ice, you can hear a couple crunches underfoot. Not that the ice will break, you're just stepping on something that makes it a little bit difficult to stealth, because it's a little loud as you step. You can see to your east here, there's a path here that has collapsed, and it's filled with both ice and stone. The filling is about 12 feet high, so it is a little bit higher than usual. And you think you might be able to dig through it, but you know it would take you a couple hours to clear it if you wanted to cut through there. Then up ahead, as it gets deeper into the cave, you can see that there are these step-ups. Almost as if the cave was like a waterfall that flew out of this area, and it's frozen solid.
Before we go any further, if we are to be fighting some dragon-like creature, should we not plan that out?
Just run in and start hitting them. What are you talking about?
That might work for humans, but I don't think that'll work for something smarter.
Stay close but spread.
Yeah.
Stay
Depending
close
on
enough
what-
to someone who can help you.
But not too close.
Certainly not too close.
This looks like a collapsed tunnel here. Do you guys think that we should try to clear it or go all the way around?
Looks like it might take too long. If this thing is as mobile as that man in the town said, I don't think it'll be safe to stand at the entrance for that long.
Fair enough. We just might run into other things on the way. Not
We
that I
still
know.
have a path forward.
Yeah. At this point, Till will have her bow out and she'll have an arrow at the ready.
Torgrim and Gooserat, as you step up onto this next lip of the frozen river, you can feel your feet start to slowly skid apart under you, and this is a very slippery area. While you move from this point on any ice like this, if you move more than half speed, you have to make an acrobatics check or slip and fall.
Okay. 15 feet.
It's mainly for combat stuff. As you kind of slowly.
15 feet.
Is it rounded up or down for half movement? I can't remember.
Down. You're even slower. You're a 10-footer.
Slowly, gently. This is how a Gooserat waddles.
You step into the north passage here. Leads deeper into this frozen river / cave entrance.
Almost like a waterfall. Frozen waterfall.
There is a little opening to your south that offers it's a little side cave that offers a bit of reprieve from the slippery floors. It looks like a den of some kind, but as you pass by, you don't see anything that would give you pause. Here, there is looks like an entryway to another cavern, but there's an enormous thick sheet of ice that blocks the path here, and you'd have to cut through this block of ice to get to the other side. Ice here is about 5 feet thick.
We're able to like see through the ice, kind of.
Yes, as you peer through, you see what looks to be some sort of old Salian residence, as if some sort of Salian tribe had lived in here before. You can see remnants of their tents, which are now frozen in ice. You can sort of make out some of the huts that they used with frozen furs. It doesn't look occupied. Torgrim's getting advantage from Bio Chief.
Tor Gaming 5,
Thanks, Bio.
7 Shop Gaming 5.
Does it look like
87
the
live.
ice is just solid at the entrance of that section, or does it look like it's solid all the way through?
It's the entrance. So you could break through if you wanted to take some whacks at it. Oop.
Would we keep causing a decent amount of noise if we try to cut through it?
Definitely.
I mean, if we use fire.
I mean, yeah. We could light a torch, see what that does. Try and melt it.
Is my tether sense going off, by the way?
Nope.
At all? Okay.
Very quiet in here so far. There's no smell except for just the frigid air. You kind of smell the frost in the air that hangs, but very quiet.
How long would it take to get through the ice if we lit a torch and tried to melt it?
It's pretty thick. You would guesstimate maybe like 20 minutes.
That's not.
Can we do like a hot knife challenge and just warm up the greatsword?
Could do that. That's a smart idea.
I mean, I do have Sacred Flame.
There's also that option.
Oh, I love
Well, I mean,
that.
to heat up the greatsword, just,
Oh, okay,
channeled
okay.
on it. If we
That's-
want to do a hot knife.
Torgrim is totally down for that.
With that amount of time, it's certainly an option as long as something doesn't come through the other side of the cave.
It's a great point. We should probably explore the rest of the cave before we go any farther with these ideas.
Fair enough.
Because
Now-
if this is where the dragon enters, then, well,
Everyone but Stag make a dexterity saving throw as you step on this extremely slippery ice sheet right here.
Wow, I'm not good at those at all.
And succeeds. Goostrat succeeds. Till succeeds.
I'm dexterous as hell.
Do you need one for me as well?
Yep.
Got the
Come on,
slip
Torgrim,
down.
let's start this combat with you on your butt.
Torgrim slips and falls prone and slides forward and then hits the little ravine here.
I mean, that might be a blessing. You got a little bit closer.
How far did he move? Was it?
I
Prone.
moved like 10 feet.
He moved 10 feet.
Yeah, but yeah. Unfortunately, he's prone. So
That's like half his movement, though, so it evens out.
Watching him slide up next to me, I'll cast prestidigitation to rub his whatever part of his head hit the ice.
The tunnel opens here to an enormous cavern. Its ceilings are rising up 150 feet above the slippery floor, and you can see the ice crystals are glowing and growing from the walls around you, and the ceiling way above. The ice in the center is similar to the river and that you come from, and is super difficult to walk on. But you do notice there is here in this corner, way down here. This is where the waterfall is frozen and where the water fell. And above it, there is a curtain of ice and hard packed snow. But there is an opening 150 feet up in the air above this lake. It looks like it goes up into an upper level of this cavern. You can also see there is a large ice spider sitting against the wall, just hanging out. Hasn't reacted to you. It's just sitting there staring off into the cavern. You can see the little spider right here. And then you can see there is a cavernous opening to your northeast and a very, very large opening to your west.
Has the spider taken note of us, or?
It's hard to tell. It's not moving. It's just kind of sticking against the wall, but there's nothing blocking your vision from there to there. So I feel pretty confident that it probably notices you.
I suggest we take out that spider before we get any closer.
But spiders are not good for stew.
Does not matter. My hive has dealt with many spiders snuck into the caves. They're not fun to deal with.
Would be unfortunate to have to fight one and the dragon.
Agreed.
Passes. As you get a little bit more now, you can see in that western opening, that western corridor, there's an enormous rock slab which dominates the room. And you can see blood smears across its icy surface. You also see a very small bag which sits in the center of the slab between the chains.
Can I investigate like the top of the ceiling just to make sure that there aren't other spiders than the one that we're seeing?
Yeah, make perception. The 16, you look around the ceiling, see that tower, that cavernous towering above you. Besides the very large opening in the one spider, it looks safe. You don't see any spider webs anywhere. You do notice that standing on the stone slab, though, is an ice mephit. Which looks like this.
Point it out.
A little elemental imp made of frost and ice. It's scampering around the bag very quietly, very slowly, staring at it like it wants to touch it, but it's not. Torgrim, when you move there, you feel almost like a gentle pull, like something's trying to pull you into the opening to your north.
Like, is it more like a magical pull or just like a hey, come here kind of pull?
It's like your armor's being yanked towards it, like a magnetic.
Oh, okay. At that, Torgrim's not going to go that way anymore, and he's going to tell the party what he feels over there.
But while the party is exploring this room, Till is going to knock an arrow. She's going to try and shoot that ice method.
We should probably be concerned about our metal if your armor is being pulled in that direction.
If you want to shoot, give me an attack. Freeze you there while you do it. A 19 for 7. Okay. So as you're slowly creeping across the ice here, you take a shot at the mephit as it's walking around the bag. A 19 hits the mephit for some piercing damage. And as it does, we're going to roll initiative.
Also, my doll shares my initiative. He goes after me.
Nice.
Nice and simple.
No.
Oh no! Cue combat music.
Nothing better than rolling a 0.
Oh no.
And he's so far in the back.
I think it for some reason took stags off. Let me add yours on there.
No.
What are my spells again?
Damn. So as you knock an arrow and fire it at the mephit, it hits the mephit, and the mephit wheels around and looks at you, and it hisses at you. It says in common, "The bag is mine."
In the middle of its hiss, before my as my first arrow is landing, I'm already shooting another at it.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna use my advantage. Why not? Because did we end up giving it to me at the beginning, or did we give it to Gold?
It looks like Bruce gave it to me.
I thought you said Goose Chad wanted it.
Yeah,
I give it to you though if you want it.
Oh, that's fine.
You want to switch it?
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
I'm good with whatever.
24 hits for an 8.
My character sheet had the glowing thing, so I figured that would meant I had it. And then at the end of my turn, Dahl is gonna go, so he's gonna do his movement, and then I use my bonus action to make him attack the ice method.
I think I might be crashing.
I think Forge just died for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine
so you
is
were
not responding.
there for a second on the stream.
I'm gonna try refresh.
Question is, does the dragon fall over?
Dragon's not walking on ice.
You can do a forge. Let's go.
Server Chan, no.
Yeah, don't you guys all know that 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the most popular time for Forge to be running its servers? Very busy.
My observer thing, I think, is still working though. You guys doing okay?
Nope.
Mine is not loaded at all.
I have white screened.
Oh, there we go. I'm back in now.
I'm not fully back in, still loading, but I do have like a textured background.
You got the loading screen bar showing up.
The combat
So-
music went away.
What's everyone's favorite soup so far for this campaign?
Ice spider soup. We haven't had it yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be a banger.
Watch me roll that nat 1 on that one.
Root stew is pretty good.
Yeah, tree root stew.
Isn't that kind of like cannibalism for you there?
I was thinking about that.
Like, kind of just eating
I'm
your
not a
bugs.
tree. I'm just a
good now.
plant creature
mean,
thing.
I'm
still
like
loading.
97% loading, so
Oh.
I got to log in, so now I've got the textured background.
boom. I'm in.
I'm back in too.
We logging in.
It's walking on sunshine.
Hey,
Whoa.
loading the frozen stream. Let's go.
Time to feel good.
Hey, that thing's
Ooh, I
bloody.
got my battle music. All right.
I got your longbow hit.
What happened to us, guys? We were a group that talked to the monsters that were misunderstood.
It's a
and now
fucking
we're-
method. There's no talking in this thing. It's my bag.
I was gonna try to talk to it, and then Till just started shooting.
what happened to us,
It's a
guys?
creature made out of ice. He doesn't deserve to have a conversation.
There's
We talked to the Grick. We talked to the troll. I'm
The
in.
Grick
by
is
the way.
alive. This thing's not alive. That's Till's.
I mean, to be fair, he wanted to kill a child, so.
I'm also back in, so
Nice.
I'm good.
I'm just opening my sheets. But yeah, Dahl is going to jump off of Till's shoulder and rush across the snow and ice, jumping onto the tablet, and is going to use its action to take a swipe at the Mephit. And by swipe, I mean bite, of course.
Ooh.
Damn.
Ah,
As you bite down into it, it's looking real bad. It's still alive, but it's bleeding profusely and it's having a hard time even standing.
and that is my turn.
The ice spider in the corner here.
Oh,
Gonna scurry
Hey
in here.
now, you're not supposed to be there.
Rockstar.
It's gonna
get
make a
your
bite.
game on.
And doll.
Doll, no.
That does not hit.
Can't die this fast.
Dahl's too quick.
I knew there were other spiders up in that ceiling.
Oh yeah.
It's not where I could see them.
The ice method will. Gonna claw at doll.
That also does not hit.
Goes to Torg.
Heck's the AC on that thing?
16, baby.
16.
Little tiny dude. He's just ducking and diving. And
That's how much
hissing.
AC I have.
You're also tiny, and you duck and dive, and you hiss.
If he could dodge ice spiders, he could dodge a ball.
Fair. I'm going to attempt to move my full movement towards
Oh,
the spider
fuck.
over here.
Make acrobatics check.
Oh no.
Can I persuade you at making an athletics check instead?
Nope.
Roll
I'll just make-
persuasion on DM.
Double 20s. Let's go.
There we go,
Whoa.
baby!
Torger
You've done
runs
nothing
so
but nat
fast.
20, dude.
I know, that's the second one I've rolled already.
You're gonna
Alright,
fight the dragon and he's gonna get all the nat ones.
I'm gonna hold my action for when the spider gets close enough.
Here it comes. Whoosh. I'm gonna attack it.
Alright, I'm gonna smack it.
Ooh, 17 hits for 13 slashing damage.
It smacked.
I'm gonna take your attack and then bite you.
Yeah, that does hit.
So you only take the 9 piercing and then you make the con save. Ooh, so you failed.
There we go.
I'm
Torg is
getting-
back.
Oh,
I'm gonna
you have
use my
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Biochi toss it in the advantage. So you succeed. You take 6 poison.
Oh, I still take damage even if I succeed?
Half on a success.
Okay. I am a dwarf, so I'm pretty sure I have dwarven resilience. Yeah. Oh, I just naturally have advantage on. I have dwarven resilience,
Oh, yeah, so you should keep it. Keep that.
so I keep that,
Yeah.
and I have resistance,
Also
so I take 3 damage.
Yep.
I knew dwarves were good for something.
There's one exclusive instance when they're in a cave fighting an ice spider.
Oh, power. Silence tag.
Alright. I can see the method, can I? Kind of.
From your vantage point.
I move
There you go.
there.
That's
It
better.
definitely can. Yeah. So at the method, I will just shoot it.
The 8
Mm, yeah.
misses.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're really concerned about hitting your new companion, and you shoot high, and it goes over the heads of the method.
The cute companion.
He's
Little ball
adorable.
feathers.
He's adorable to me.
He's cute in that like kind of ugly way, where his beady eyes like add a lot to his character. You know.
He did so good.
Hey man, he's got the same charisma as me. I gotta resonate with him somehow.
Like the ugly chihuahua that has his tongue hanging out.
Yeah, he's definitely a purse dragon.
Yeah.
Do I want to do anything else? No, I do not.
Jonathan.
All right. It's half my movement. Move back a little bit. Let us. I don't know why that didn't reset. I will use my bonus action, and I will radiate Torgrim with healing light.
Ooh, nice roll.
That's a good heal. Thank you.
Ooh.
And then, immediately following up behind him will be a ball of radiant Eldritch Blast energy.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
The 9 misses. Goostrad.
So this is 15. And then the next 5 would be technically on land, right?
If you want to go through Till, yeah, you just to go through it takes 10 feet. It's
Oh,
like difficult terrain to move through your allies.
Mm-hmm. Would I need to make a roll to stay upright?
Nope.
Okay, then I will use my action to dash. And then I will use my racial to gore as a bonus action. And use my horns
Let's
to attack
go.
the
That is awesome.
8 misses though.
bummer. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
So you slide across the ice, you push Till aside, you charge the spider with your horns. And as you charge it, the spider rears back. And you catch just a bit of the side of the wall here. Knocking off, chipping something with your horn, but miss.
Would if it had crit, could I have divine smite it? Well, actually, I think that's a bonus action, right?
You can, I don't think you can find smite unarmed strikes, do you?
Okay.
I think it's just melee weapon attacks.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my turn.
Out round to Till.
Okay. I have a question about action economy. If Dahl's turn goes right after mine, would that mean if it uses reaction on my turn, it can have a reaction up ready for the next turn, like the rest of the round, kind of thing?
Well, she shares your initiative, so right now her reaction is reset.
Okay, so it would happen at the same time still. Okay, cool. Till is gonna walk down here and then take another shot at the method.
Dun dun dun. Ooh, a 23 hits for 9. The Mephit explodes. As it explodes in death, Dala needs to make a dex saving throw.
Alright. So it takes half then?
Takes 1. Little shard just cuts it very briefly.
It hisses angrily, and Till is going to use its bonus action to have Dahl attack the ice spider.
Nice, 24 hits for 4 piercing. You get a little bit of spidery frost goo in your mouth.
Delicious.
Ew.
The spider's gonna bite Goostrad.
Oh, that's definitely gonna hit. So I'll go ahead and take the 9, and then con save, right?
Yep, unsafe for the poison. And
Okay.
5 poison. Poison runs through your veins. It's a very cold feeling as it rushes through you, but you don't find too bad.
Okay. I think I'm only immune to diseases. Okay. All right.
Goes the Torgrim.
All right, Torgrim's gonna take a smack at this spider that bit.
Come down with your great sword, and there's a miss as the spider dodges out of the way.
That's gonna be my turn.
He's a nimbly boy. The spider is going to bite you. Uh-oh.
That hits.
That is the best
Good
person
thing
to
is
hit
against
high with
Torgrim.
poison.
Yeah, holy shit.
Jeez.
You take
We
4
ju-
pierce, 3 poison.
We just let Torgrim fight the spiders, please.
I mean,
you
we
can.
are.
Just the stag.
All right. Move over here. And as I take the shot at the spider, I will also cast. Oh, I hit for once. Oh my goodness.
Let's
I
go.
will cast. I'll cast Cure Wounds at Goostrad.
Okay.
Or no, Healing Word. Sorry. From over where I am.
Ooh,
Ooh, yeah.
thank
Nice.
you.
As Stag's arrow lodges itself into the spider, you can see Dahl's eyes kind of like glow like a pale white, bluish. As you can see the lighter feathers on its stomach kind of just start to glow, and you just hear it go like, and it just spits out this ice ball, and it attacks the spider as its reaction.
Nice.
Doing an extra 1 point of damage for you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Anything I can get.
Cold damage doesn't
This is-
seem to affect the spider.
Well, you've
Good to
brought
know.
you've brought a useless dragon.
Whoa, it's
Oh,
a cute, useless
sick
dragon.
burn.
Okay.
It's not a burn
Shauna.
if it
More
doesn't hurt.
damage than the majority of the party, I'll have you know.
There's a prophet dropping advantage on the group.
Hey.
Now, oh snap.
Well, once again, Torgrim's going to get engulfed with healing light.
Oh.
Not as good as last time, but
Feels
I'll
good.
take it.
You
Damage.
And then same thing, same target.
Have you know, prophet, they have plans to give you advantage on Friday.
Yeah, I have
I will buy
Oh,
some
no.
bits. Maybe.
channel points now.
I've got enough Jana points.
Eldritch Blast. You shooting the one next door, right?
Yeah.
10,
I
force
dropped my target. Oh no.
Eldritch Blast slams into the spider. The spider's looking real rough as you split part of its. I can't think of what the back of the spider's called off the top of my head.
The abdomen?
The abdomen. There you go.
Thorax.
the
The
thorax. is
thorax.
it?
You split the thorax. And you see this like bluish poison start to rush out of its back. Goostrad.
Okay. Goostrad will have his claymore in his hand and goes ahead and takes a swing at the spider in front of him. Oh yeah.
21 hits.
Take that.
You cut a bit of its front leg and a little bit of its pincer as you slice down with 3 slash.
Yep. I did my job.
Still.
Yeah, Till is going to again knock another arrow and try and shoot that ice spider by Goostrad.
When 2 hits for 5, that's a good hit. Spider's bloody.
Yeah, and then she'll use her bonus action to have Dahl do the same and take a bite out of the bugger. Ah, so that's too bad. And then Till is going to move a little bit.
As Doll bites down on the spider, its mouth is still really filled with that poison from the previous bite, so its bite doesn't really chomp into anything.
It's got soft teeth now.
He went to the dentist.
comes a bite at Goostrad.
I think that's probably gonna hit. No, that hits. Okay.
4 piercing so far.
And that is.
Ooh, extra 13 poison. Ugh.
Not good is what that is.
Anchor is.
Goostrad's
Thanks for
veins
changing.
are turning blue at the side of. You can see
No, my
his
fault.
veins are like popping out of his under his minotaur fur, and you can see they're bright blue. Goostrad's looking rough. Torgrim.
Torgrim is going to take a swing at this spider and hopefully kill it.
16 hits as you cleave the spider in half, dropping it.
Nice. That means all of my lovely companions within 60 feet of me, so literally everybody except Goostrad, get 2 temporary hit points.
Oh.
He doesn't need them. He's doing fine.
Taking the hits.
And at
How long do
that,
those last?
You take a short.
Oh, long rest or short?
Take
Or
a
yeah.
rest,
Yep,
yeah.
take a rest.
Mhm.
Or until they fall off. I'm gonna try to move my full movement.
Acrobatics.
Gonna fall over and slide like a curling. Gonna slide like a curling puck.
He slides across the ice and he's prone.
But it's really cool because he runs and then skids on his knees.
Oh, I imagine him like a turtle. He just like falls onto his back and is stuck on like a shield.
He starfishes out and just spins.
There's the stag.
We're fighting spiders. Now's not the time to play.
Stag is going to cast Told the Dead at the spider.
We're holding
yeah.
the bell tolls. Time marches on.
Bell.
That icon's huge. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
As the Toll of the Dead explodes in the spider's ear, Stag, how do you want to kill the spider?
Yay! Oh wait. That wasn't oh wait, I need to roll a d12. One moment.
I got you. It's alright.
All right.
That's alright.
The spider falls in front of Goostrad, covering your feet with its bluish, poisony blood. But you're alive and you're okay.
Immediately, Doll will start to try and eat the spider's abdomen.
Hold on there, little fella. We're trying to save the rest for Stu.
It's gonna like take a pause while it's like, oh, I just look at me. It's like, it's gonna hiss at you and keep eating.
Are you alright, Kustrad?
I'll offer you a potion of healing in these trying times.
A potion of healing could be very beneficial. I'm feeling a little bit woozy right now. Let me sit down. He kind of props up against the wall and kind of sits down with his back to it and takes the potion of healing. Do you want to roll it for me?
Yeah, I'll give him my potion of healing.
Okay.
Till's gonna grab that. Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Go.
Nice.
I am the
is-
god of health rolls. Let's go.
Sean
Do you
is
say
rolling
this?
all my healing rolls.
But he won't be rolling your health rolls.
You drink the healing potion.
No.
It is delicious, and you feel your wounds start to close around you. Your bluish veins start to slowly go back into your body.
And this is the health potion from the alchemist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say, yeah, it has like an earthy taste to it, like the mushrooms. It's quite a different health potion than I've had before. It's good. I feel very revitalized. I feel like I could do some jumping jacks.
you need
Don't
any-
overexert yourself. Exert yourself. We just were in a fight. Just gonna say as she picks up the sack.
As you do make a dexterity saving throw. So you jump out of the way as this enormous block of ice, almost acting like a mouse trap, swings up from the other side and slams onto the table, smashing and breaking into pieces that scatter across the board.
Well, it's a good thing it wasn't one of you doing that. I don't know if you would have gotten out of the way in time. And she'll roughly, like, open up the sack and see what's inside.
Inside the sack is 90 gold.
Cool. She will evenly distribute that. So she'll toss out 18 gold to each of them.
Can she
must
even
not-
count?
She speaks more languages than you. She has no problem counting. she counts.
I feel like we discussed this last time as well.
You guys had me do it.
Yeah. I mean, Stag doesn't know. Stag's not great at counting. Stag never learned math.
Fair.
Not sure why that method thing, that ice thing, whatever it was so interested in this bag.
Yeah, I guess we never had a chance to talk to it. And as he
If
says
you
that,
wanted to
he'll-
talk to that creature, you're more than welcome to next time we see one, but I think it's for the best. I imagine you would have been bitten in the back by those spiders if we were talking.
Well,
She's
it would have
social.
been good to at least check before, attracting all of the spiders in the cavern first.
There was only 2, and they didn't seem to be that much of a threat.
There could have been more.
But there was not. There was 2. And she'll toss the sack back onto the table and walk with the rest of the group through the ice.
Shred
I-
heals for 10.
Before we walk away, can Stag just grab the sack and try to fit her whole arm into it?
You get about to your wrist.
Okay.
That
She'll
would have
leave
been the
the
most
sack there.
amazing casual handoff of a bag of holding ever if I just threw it onto the thing and no one checked it.
Did we figure out
I wanted to check it.
what might have been like on this stone? Like, I mean, there's blood and there's some chains. Is it like anything that we can determine like what might have been there?
Till's gonna take out the gray metal shard and see what direction it's pointing as she looks over to Goostrad. I'd be more comfortable if we did that after we dealt with everything else in this cave. It might take Shannon some time to figure it out.
The shard points directly above you. Like it points straight up.
Let's go get rocked by this dragon.
Oh, like upwards. Okay.
North on the map, yeah, not above us.
Oh, yeah. So it wants you to climb up the waterfall.
Yeah.
You get to the
North.
second layer.
Oh!
It wants you to
Yeah,
go
above
150
us.
feet.
Not
straight
north.
up.
Oh, okay. Because Torgrim was saying he was getting nudged north, right?
Yeah.
Do we want to
So-
check this first before we climb up?
I would love to.
Yes.
Do I feel the same pull on my armor?
Yep. So as you get to this little small entryway, anything metal on anyone's person starts to pull you softly into this little area.
What if we have a strength of 8 and we have a giant golden scepter?
Pulling you a little more. It's not like forceful pulling you, but you can definitely feel it, like the metal being drawn into the center of the room.
I don't know if Stag will feel anything at all.
Oh, I don't know how you guys wear plate armor. This scepter is gotten very heavy.
Just keep holding on to it.
Does
I
it-
don't quite understand it myself. Luckily, I just have these arrow tips.
Well, things will stick out to you. To your west, you can see the passage where that thick ice was that you wanted to, you could have burned through if you wanted to come into this room. Now you get a better view of this tribal camp. All the frozen leathers and furs covered in sheets of ice. Inside this little room, the ceiling's only 50 feet up, and there's these very large icicles that hang above head. If you jettison out of the sides here, but as you get closer, you notice that on the ground, to your east and to your west, there is some very old sailing armor that are slowly spinning in a circle. Just continuously, just slowly rotating.
If Torgrim were to pick it up and inspect it, what kind of armor would it be?
You touch this armor, it's various pieces of mixed together of like a chainmail, of leathers. And as you do, both of the armors swirl together
Oh,
Damn it.
okay.
Sorry, guys.
Is that what Torgrim said? Sorry, guys. I really messed this one up.
Pretty much,
These
yeah.
magnetized armors are going to attack you.
So much for doing an
Shucks.
investigation of the area first.
I mean, to be fair, I said I wanted to inspect it, but then it turned into a magnetized thing.
Oh yeah, if you inspected, they would attack you too.
Okay.
Better Torgrim than getting squishy.
It's a good thing the one next to the squishies has a 1 on initiative order, so we can get the fuck out of the way.
I rolled poorly. Torgrim, the armor looms in front of you, hold together by who knows what.
Torgrim's gonna smack it.
Oh, let's go.
Torgrim's
Oh.
gonna use his advantage.
Well, before you do
Oh,
that,
yeah.
let me show you this so you don't waste it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Any attacks
Oh.
that you make against these magnetized armors with weapons made of metal are done so at disadvantage.
Oh,
That's 21. 21 still
okay.
hits.
Okay, yeah. In that case, I won't use it.
We still did 10 damage to it with a 21.
Yes. Yep. That's all I got.
As you clang until you see bits of the armor fall into the ground and then immediately get swooped back up, put back into place. Dag.
question: would my arrowheads be made of metal, or would they be made of something else, like
Stone.
Did you make them yourself?
bone or something? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, then you're okay. If you bought them from like from Vartengard, they'd be metal tip.
Nah, I didn't get anything from there. These are the ones I made when I lived out in the forest. Oh, why am I? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Okay. Just move up a bit this way. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's that one. Fire a shot at that guy. It's not gonna hit, is it?
So a 12 misses. And because these guys look super cool, let me give you a pop-up of them.
Man, I'm gonna have to sit Stag down and teach her how to use an arrow, like in a bow. Like I swear, man.
I don't have the extra plus to archery like you do.
Ding!
It's no excuse.
It is an excuse.
That's what you sacrifice to cast your Kaluki spells.
Yeah,
John.
that's what I get for having.
Yeah, all I get is a damn dragon.
There. I'm gonna save those. I'm gonna blast the one in front of Till. And by blast, I mean blast the wall. With radiant energy.
The Eldritch Blast slams into the ice walls, and as it does, you look up. You can see the icicles above you shake a bit. Magnetized armor is going to make 2 slam attacks at Torgrim. The first, boom,
Yeah, that hits.
and the second. Yes.
Second does not hit.
This magnetized armor hits you with 1 haymaker, and then misses the second as you duck. Ustrad.
Just walk up. Ain't no thing. Attack at disadvantage. Yikes. Okay. That's unfortunate.
Till.
Yeah, Till is going to knock an arrow, and hers are metal tipped because her hive as well as Vartengard, her arrows from both of those are metal made.
But I feel like it should be at advantage if it's being pulled towards it at a higher velocity.
It's getting pulled to the wrong spots, I suppose.
Yeah.
Whoosh. The 10 flies. As it does, it sticks to the front of it. No damage.
Till is going to move back.
Spikes on it now.
Just like a bulletin board.
And then for Dahl's turn, part of the turn he's going to move on up, and then Till's going to use her bonus action to have him bite at the thing.
"13 misses."
That sucks. That's me though.
Bite down on the armor. Hear a little crunch. The magnetized armor is going to rear back and make a swing at Gustrad.
That misses.
And a second slam.
And that misses.
Up around goes Torgrim.
All right, Torgrim is gonna take a swing.
"15 just misses."
My bonus action, I'm going to second wind.
Okay.
Is our party about to die to 2 pairs of armor?
Well, none of us
Did
can
you?
hit, so maybe.
That's my turn.
Goes the stag.
Stag has had enough of missing with her bow, so she will once again try to toll the dead.
Whom the bell tolls. Wisdom save.
Come on, be not wise. God damn it. They're not wise.
They're not wise, but yeah, they just rolled really well.
These things are not wise.
That -4. So,
And now it can't cast a spell either. Grr.
Conan.
I will spin around and Radiant Energy Eldritch Blast. Let's go.
12 force damage. Magnetized armor starts to crumble. It's looking pretty rough after that hit.
It's bleeding?
See, its armor's like chipped and falling off its skin. It's having a hard time pulling it back in.
Did we lose Bruce?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can now.
Can't now, yeah.
Oh, did I go quiet?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you mess with me, internet. We hit for 12, and then magnetized armor is going to walk past Torgrim.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Going to
Oh
swing.
no.
Gonna take an attack opportunity.
Torgrim, help.
11 misses. And it walks up to you, Stag. You get the sense that it's looking at you almost disrespectfully because you do not have any metal. It's gonna punch you.
Savage.
There's nothing there to speak, so it can't speak to you.
It misses. It misses.
Goostrap.
That 12 would have hit me.
Ah!
Well, good thing you have something metal on you.
I will look towards the magnetized armor in front of Stag and use my action to command.
Does it understand our language?
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
But with that low of wisdom, I'm willing to take the risk.
Bruce, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Now I was checking because these things are immune to charm.
Okay. -2 or -3, those are good rolls.
So I'll tell it to flee.
Sure.
Or should I call it? I already said it. Okay. Sorry.
No
And,
worries.
that will be my action.
Goes to Till.
Yeah, Till is going to do the traditional Till thing, and she's going to knock another arrow and shoot at that armor next to Gustrad.
Ooh. 16 hits for 10.
Let's go. And watching the arrow find its mark, Doll is gonna like happily just like chirp, just like, and then it's gonna shoot another little spit of ice at the creature for an extra 4 cold.
Extra 4 cold. Icicles
He did
form across
something.
its body.
I'll have you know, Doll's been doing lovely. And then as a bonus action, Till's gonna command Doll to take a bite out of its leg.
13 misses.
And that'll be me.
The magnetized armor feels there's no metal creature in the room and walks over. Check.
Does it have to flee?
You did this one right, to flee.
Yep.
Oh, my bad. That's my bad.
Slam. And slam.
And welcome to the jam. Those both hit.
16 for 8 and then a 17 for 7. As the armor just walks up and just starts to punch you repeatedly, just
15.
goes to Torgrim.
Torgrim's gonna move over here. He's gonna keep attacking the same one that he was attacking
Okay.
and not hit it.
Big swing. The nat 1.
I'm gonna action surge,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hit it again, and not hit it. So never mind, and that's the end of my turn.
Another miss.
Would that have broken its command?
I don't think so. I was reading the spell and it didn't say anything about it.
It's not really like a charm.
Oh, okay.
Stag is up.
Okay. Well, I can't step out of those or both or I'll die. So,
You might want to run though.
I mean, one of them's running. We just gotta try to kill the other one, and then I can run.
It only runs for a round 2.
Yeah. But if we kill the other one in a round,
Yeah.
one sec, just double checking something.
Dun, 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 dun. We don't take kindly to
Okay.
trees around here.
Okay, well then. I will cast Shillelagh on myself
Hmm?
and take an unarmed strike at this statue. And is that just strength?
Yep.
Strength or athletics?
It's like a unarmed strike attack.
Okay, well, I don't normally make those. Well,
So you do a roll d20 plus your strength modifier.
yeah, that's what I did. It's essentially what I did. Strength check.
I got you.
If I take the natural 20, does it crit the shillelagh or no?
It would, yeah. It's your attack.
And I will do that.
You got it.
And I'll roll another d8. Oh.
$15 damage. You're attacking the one that wasn't commanded, right?
Yeah.
15 damage. So what part of your body did you shillelagh? Your nose?
No, just
Okay.
my fist.
Okay.
If it keeps hitting trees, I'll punch it with the tree.
Hit him with the stick.
I will do this. You cannot stop me.
Goes
I'm
to
not a
Sean.
monk, but my body is a weapon.
Bonus action. Silent Stag's going to glow with radiant healing energy.
Ooh,
See,
yeah.
I am the god of health rolls. Let's go. Hubris or not.
I've been saved.
Let's see. No, he is commanded and he's going to flee. So the other one, because I'm threatened, I can't Eldritch Blast. I mean, I can, but I'm not. Or... You know what? My golden scepter will glow very dark, like almost black, with necrotic energy, and I will whip it with a coagulation lash.
Nice.
Make a melee spell attack.
The 18 hits for 3. And 3 is enough to kill the armor.
Now that one's got to run away from Goostrad.
The armor is going to go. Gonna dash. Ah! Goostrad.
Am I able to take attack of opportunity on that?
Yeah.
I think if it's fleeing, you're not supposed to be able to, but
That was
still
only
leave my
4
comment.
stars.
Is it forced movement, technically?
yeah, I mean, up to Bruce, obviously.
I like to kill it just to get out of here.
I
We don't
respect
want
that.
to beat up Stag no more.
Not that I hit it.
We don't
okay,
talk
well-
about beating up Stag.
So as the animated armor hits to about here, it just falls apart. As the magnetism is gone.
Oh,
That's
That
pretty
is-
cool.
That
I
is
just-
combat.
I just wide eye look like one word, one kill.
The armor just like runs out and then just falls apart.
Should have done that from the start. Just all ran away.
You still feel a pull, or you still feel a pull in here if you were in any kind of metal, pulling you to the center. But there seems to be no threats in the area.
Is the center area magical at all?
Your tether sense doesn't pick up any magical effects.
is this an actual horn?
Oh, it's just frozen ground.
Dang it.
Where you're standing though, directly in the middle, Torgrim, your armor is sort of pulling you directly above to the ceiling. You can kind of feel it trying to pull you up to the ceiling now.
Is it strong enough to pull me up?
No, but you just feel like a little pull, a little tug.
Okay. Pick me up, Scotty.
Why do I feel as though I was targeted?
No, that would be because you were a stag.
But for what reason?
Unfortunately, they deceased before we could ask.
Well, I don't think
Yes.
those ones are smart enough.
If only Torgrim had asked it a question before touching it.
Asked it a question.
Well, unlike the Mephits, I don't believe that constructs were capable of speech.
You never asked it, though. We just started attacking it.
I think it just started attacking us.
I'm pretty sure I saw Torgrim touch it before it attacked us. That's an assault in some places, I imagine.
I don't know. My boy over here is wicked smart, so I like to believe Shannon.
Wicked smart.
Would Shannon know what areas of Erenel touching somebody is considered assault?
Most cities, yeah.
Okay.
Basically everywhere, yeah.
Well, you raise a good point, Till.
Torgrim Weinstein
Pretty much
over
every
here.
major city is considered assault.
But it was armor.
Perhaps next time the Jarl asks us to do something, we just stay home and say we don't want to cause any discomfort to the local life.
Fair. So the one that we did defeat, is the armor still salvageable? Like, what kind of armor is it?
It's a lot of pieces of different armors. It's not like one full armor. It's just like a chunk of like whatever remnants were left in here.
Okay, so there's like no armor that we could salvage from it.
Yeah, it's not like it's not a full set that you could wear.
Okay, fair enough.
Can I spend a little bit of time to investigate, like, if there are other similar armors, if there's a source for what may have constructed them.
Make an investigation. Good roll. So you don't see any source, but as you get a good look at this area, this does look like a very old, small Salian tribe maybe had once lived here. Going by what you know about the area, you might picture them as Salian that worship the dragon, maybe? Because under the frozen ice of this place, the huts, even the armor itself, doesn't look like it's been too old, too bad condition stuff. So you think it might have been somewhat recently that it was frozen. But you don't see any source for like where the magnetism came from. Just the pool to the ceiling.
Is there any sort of indication that this could be tied to the Renfang clan at all?
That was going to be my follow-up question, yeah.
You don't see any insignias that would give anything off to you.
Is there anything, any form of like artifacts or anything that would be directly dragon related? Not necessarily Renfang, but just dragon.
Nothing, no dragon bones, no sort of like teeth. Nothing that would give you cause for pause.
Do they have like any like carvings or like etchings into the like hide or anything like that? Or is it just normal human stuff?
It's pretty basic, like barbarian stuff.
Till came for the swag. She wants her dragon swag. Please give dragon swag.
Yeah, I'm only in the Northlands, but I heard there's a dragon con.
Table
Yeah.
here? Where's the con ops table here?
I think you messed up. It's on the upper floor.
Then I guess we're going up.
We gotta talk to whoever's running this thing.
And we already investigated the center area, right? Like the pole?
Yep.
Okay.
Do we want to take a short rest before we go see this dragon?
Is this anything over here? Or is that just map?
I think that's a map. That's a Foundry map thing for walls. I don't know why it's showing up.
Okay.
I didn't see where you clicked it.
It's over down this
I'll show it.
tunnel.
If you go over there. By the wall.
Yeah.
Just
Is
a
there
little-
anything there, or is that just a Foundry map thing?
Just a little bit of the wall that's been dug out there.
Interesting.
This map is from the great Patreon creator Tom Kartos. You like his maps?
It's a good map.
It is a very good map.
Mm-hmm.
These bone structure that are like embedded into the ice, would Till be able to figure out what animal it could be from?
Make a nature check.
Something I'm surprisingly not proficient in.
A 12?
Wow.
You think they look a little bit like mammoth tusks sticking out?
I don't think it'd be a good idea to rest in this area. Let's go
Why
check
not?
out this rock that has all the blood on it. Let's rest over here.
Yeah,
Why
let's
would you
rest
not?
over by the blood instead, in the open room. Yeah.
Well, there was no cursed items over here.
Why would you not want to sleep over here? It's fine.
Yeah, there's like little huts over there.
Perfectly secure. There's nothing wrong with that place.
And there's only one way in or out compared to this giant slab of stone with blood on it.
And a large
don't-
entrance.
I don't know about you, but I don't like sleeping in blood.
Well, I would like to look at this first before we take a rest. So I just want to, yet again, the initial question, like, is there anything that we can glean from this, like, sacrificial slab, it looks like?
Make a history check.
Damn. Oh, let's go.
So knowing what you know about this cave and the dragons that you're pursuing, you would know, based on your history check, that usually outside of areas where dragons that either by force or sometimes they'll allow human interaction, they have a very large place for offerings to be placed for the dragon. And this looks like one of the places where people would place offerings for either the red or the gray when they would come in. So it's really close to the entrance. They would walk in here, they would place the offering on the table. The dragon would come down from its lair in the ceiling, check out the offering, deem it worthy or not, and then either give information or eat the humans that would brought the offering if it wasn't up to par.
Would there by chance be anything in these cages to kind of give us an idea of what offerings they gave? Like any like fur or feathers or bones, perhaps?
We were told that this dragon was very fat. At least the red one was. I assume this is the red one's lair. Got ran out.
It seems unnaturally cold for a red dragon, but perhaps it not living here for very long, or at least not for the last while, might have changed the atmosphere.
I'm inclined to agree with Till.
Little bits of bone shows you could pick together like mammoth, some large saber tooth, anything that would be found in the area that provides a good amount of meat. You would assume that they gave to the dragon.
Shannon, did you not say that a gray dragon would be made of metals? Would metal dragons need to eat?
Well, assuming it is a construct and not a dragon, it wouldn't, but if it's just a gray dragon, then most likely it would need to eat. My current theory, given the shard that we've found, it's more likely a construct, something similar to what a metalmancer would make.
Then it might make sense to assume that this was the red dragon's lair first. I mean, that is also what that human told us.
Mm-hmm.
Given that the ice spiders don't seem to have created any sort of nest, when the only assumption that can be made is that they haven't been here for very long, so that would make sense that this was formerly the red dragon's lair.
Makes sense to me. Sorry, and Kustra, you were wanting to rest here before we continue.
I just did not want to rest in the area that still pulled the armor and created those monstrosities. It did not feel like it was a safe area.
Pulled what? I didn't feel a pull at all.
It seemed to only pull any sort of metallic or metal bits.
Ah. Like the
I
shard.
think it would be safe to assume that our quarry is above us. It has a similar effect as described.
It does indeed.
Here, Stag, this might help you when we hit to the next level, if it's anything like those other things. And she'll, like, grab a quiver, from her quiver, one of the arrows, and she'll, like, spin it in her fingers and hand it to you, metal tip first. Don't use it, but if those things were targeting you because you don't have metal, this might help.
Oh.
Is there and the answer can definitely, well, is there any bone here that would be could be used as a club, a bludgeoning weapon?
You grab a spine.
Yeah, grab a spider leg, man.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so I
Just
can
grab a mammoth spine.
just grab a club and just put it to my character sheet. I think I'm ready, guys.
Stag, would you mind trading some arrows? I gave you the one for metal, but if that thing is anything like those others, my arrows seem to not strike true when they should have.
Oh,
Wouldn't mind
just
some of the
parts.
wooden tips. Or bone tips? What are these tipped with? And she'll, like, kind of inspect one of the arrows when you pass them over.
Some of them are bone and some of them are antler. I'll give you like 20.
Are the antlers yours? Or did you take
No.
these from something?
No, they're from when I had to hunt.
I've never asked this, but if you don't eat, why were you ever hunting?
Because some days, like today, it's very stormy and I cannot see the sun.
But couldn't you just take a long nap and then the next day, eat the sun twice as fast?
No?
Eat the sun twice as fast.
Still doesn't know what fucking photosynthesis is? What are you on? You don't even probably know what that is.
No, Gordon has no idea either. Just
I know what photosynthesis is because I do it.
Cool. For ease, I'm not going to change my arrow quantity or anything. I'll just assume some of them are wood or antler.
Your Torgrim,
Oh, okay.
these bones might be helpful in the coming battle.
You think so?
I mean, they don't do as much damage, but I feel like they got some pretty good heft to them.
I feel like my sword was still fairly effective.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I didn't have to carry this thing around, but at least I'll have this shield as well, and I pull out my shield to strap it onto my arm.
Goostrad, couldn't you just use your horns? You did pretty well against that spider, even if it dodged at the last second.
I can use my horns as well. They're pretty effective, but sometimes trying to imbue the strength of Iana, I don't really want to damage my horns. Something like this bone, I can throw it away in case it ever gets damaged.
That's fair. I figured if your god loved you so much, why would they hurt your horns? Seems weird.
Well, they're using divine power to strike my enemies down. I'd rather not imbue that in anything that is growing on me.
That is a fair fear.
Yes,
we wanna
they
take
actually
this-
like slapping people with their hand.
Yeah.
We want to take that short rest.
I suppose so.
Till doesn't need it, but if the group does, I'm fine with it.
The warlock actually doesn't need it. I haven't cast any spells. Oh.
I mean, we don't have to have one. I was just asking.
I've cast one spell. I've been kind of saving them.
Yeah, I think it would be more so for Stag and Torgrim to get some health back
Yeah.
if they need it.
Health,
Yeah.
and I used my action surge and second wind.
Yeah, let's do a little short
Before you
rest.
make your rolls, because you are in a dragon's lair, where do you like to try to make your short rest?
I mean, I see nothing wrong with the magnetizing room.
Honestly, neither do I.
Oh, or back in that den room we saw before.
That's a good idea.
Actually, that's a really good idea.
Yep, we'll just slip down. I'll go and I will slide on my knees down the waterway, like a little kid sledding.
Nice. You guys remember the safe room? Being in the
I
safe room,
remember.
you don't have to roll against me. Hooray!
Hooray!
We did it, guys!
Hooray!
Yay!
Thank you,
Nice.
Stag.
I should have used
Oh,
spells.
problem.
Is there a bonfire here with a sword in it?
Basically, right?
And then we have to fight everything again.
Hey, that means we can just farm. We'll be level 10 by the end of the session.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, roll your hit dice before you journey up the waterfall. It's a good spot to take a quick short break. Refill the drinks. And then we'll see first how you guys plan to climb up the waterfall. And then second, what you do when you meet whatever is up there.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back, chat.
Dice.
And then we'll see what they do with the great dragon beast. In a minute. Alright, you're unmuted in Discord too. As everyone gets back, we'll climb the waterfall.
Climb, climb, climb the waterfall.
Now remember, everyone, it was very slippery going up the iceway.
I'll race you up.
Stares at Torgrim.
Now,
You take the
if
challenge?
someone were to say, dilute a potion of climbing, would it just be less effective?
No. But one person can take it. Everyone's back.
Who's the least strong? Oh, wait. I know who.
I wonder if it's going to be a combination of strength and dexterity since it's ice.
I'm so boned.
Torgrim is going to bribe Stag for the potion of climbing so that he can. And he's doing this whisper, like he's trying to bribe her to so he can beat Goostrad in a race to climb up there.
If no other conversations are being had, I think I would hear this. I would like to roll for that if possible.
Yeah, are you doing it like right in this little cave during a short rest?
Yeah, he's like right up beside Stag, whispering in her ear.
Yeah, you would hear.
Goostrad's doing some meditation, so he's kind of zoned out. I will not try to hear it.
Aren't you able to do it on your own? Through your own strength?
I mean, I can, but I really want to win. And to do that, I mean, I could probably still win without it, but I just want to make sure, you know?
Well, is it truly winning if you used something else to facilitate you winning?
I mean, it's okay in Russia, so... Sorry. That's
In where?
Where the fuck is that?
I've not heard of such a place, and in the Northlands.
Goostrad, are you from there?
No, it's
Wow.
I can't say I'm familiar with this Russia, but it does sound like some places in the frigid north. 'Tis a wasteland, I would imagine.
It is. But yeah, I just want to make sure that I can win, and it's not really cheating if it's, you know, something that we have.
I just feel as though it would be better in Shannon's hands, seeing as Shannon may not be the strongest of us.
I'll carry Shannon on my back. It'll be fine.
Yep.
You'll carry them on your back.
Vladimir's gonna come and get me. Gonna get revert. In Russia, push of climbing, climb you.
Goostrad is still zoned out and meditating.
I don't think we could use... That would be smart when you can climb just fine on your own. There are people who may not be able to do that, who may need it more.
Fair
I
enough.
don't
fair enough.
even know how difficult the climb will be yet.
We could also just use this rope that I have and some spikes and dig it into the stone and help anyone up if they can't.
You have 50 foot of hempen rope?
I do have 50 feet of hempen rope. Do you by chance have a 50-foot length hempen rope tied to the side of your backpack?
It's incredibly strange. Yes, I do.
Wow,
Weird.
this is so weird. I have some too.
My goodness, Shannon,
Just-
do you have 50 foot of hempen rope?
I'll open up my bag and there's just more notebooks and ink.
I saw
Extra
something.
quills. Scholar stuff.
Well, I suppose not all of us are prepared. Till will say as she has like one of these small like bits of bone that they found in the other room and she's using it to like play with Doll, kind of like a tug of war thing with the dog.
Goostrad will come from his meditation and just kind of stand up and bring out his 50-foot hempen rope and says, "I think I've got an answer. from Ayana. Let's go and try to.
Is the answer 50 feet of hempen rope?
Gustav, as you step out, there's a raven sitting here on the ice, perched, staring at you.
So there was a bird that flew across the screen.
I was like, I saw something.
I saw a bird. We're in a cavern. I was confused.
Down, Till, down.
What is it doing? Is it staring at anyone?
Staring at you.
Particular? I go up to it slowly. Anything?
Does it move? Kind of looks at you, cocks its head a bit. You know how ravens kind of cock their head. And you get close to it, and then it turns its head sideways and it looks at you with its right eye.
I fish out a ration, not the stew, not the special stew, but I will bring out a ration and hold it out for it to eat from my hand.
As you hold out your arm to put it in the raven's mouth, it runs up your arm and leans onto your shoulder. And like just perched on your shoulder.
So I'll bring up the ration to the raven on my shoulder and see if it takes it.
It does not.
He will put the ration back into his bag and then bring out just like a little bit of the stew and hold it out to the raven.
It makes no effort to go near the stew with its mouth or to eat it of any kind. It just kind of looks at you. It runs from your right shoulder now to your left shoulder, and it's just perched there. Now it's looking out at the rest of the group.
Strange bird. Happy that it did not take the stew. Yeah, Gustrad will put the stew back into his bag, and then he'll kind of like walk, but it's like a very awkward walk because now he has like something perched on his shoulder. He's like, Till, how do you do this? It's throwing me off.
It feels quite natural to me. I'm more surprised that you're one to copy someone so quickly.
Leaps off your shoulder and then flies into the cavern.
It flies into the tavern?
Into the
cavern.
Into the cavern here. Then it lands on the far side on some shards, and it looks up at the opening.
I told you Iana sent me a message. That wasn't just something I completely said randomly.
Well, I don't want to say it's a competition, but the Life Giver sent me something first. And she'll follow you.
It's not always about being first. But I'm glad that you have found your companion. Gooserat is still walking 15 feet at a time.
Slowly. You get up under where the waterfall has frozen and looking up.
Sure-footed hose.
It's 150 feet here, all the way up the cavern. And then you can see around the lips of this ice cavern. There's jettisons out from the sides here of the like the same gemstones that are lighting the way. Many of them stick out almost like an old orc, like war chief fence. The jettison out into the in a defensive position. You can see the very top of this hole in the ceiling, almost like the dragon has made these very defensive like icicles protrude out.
Well done.
Is there any of these protruding like crystals or icicles up on the higher portion that Till would be able to like try and get a rope over? So kind of like tying it to the back end of one of Steg's wooden arrows so that it wouldn't pierce through the ice, and kind of like try and bounce it so that it would kind of like wrap itself around or get lodged somewhere so we could try and use it to climb up the top half of the waterfall.
You can definitely do that. And it's within your range too, your bow.
Cool, yeah. She'll grab one of those antlered tipped arrows and take aim and try and shoot to get that up there.
Give me a bow shot. As you shoot up there with the one, the
Wow, it's almost like I have advantage.
it falls down. You want to use advantage?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Okay. Well, the 23, you shoot your arrow with the rope on attached to the back end, and it sticks itself 150 feet up, pretty deep inside this this crystal icicle.
Well, that's part of the way.
This is the way.
Seeing that, seeing the raven and perched there, Goostrad will give the raven a nod and kind of take this as a sign from Iana to go forth. And he will kind of ignore what the group is doing and will start climbing.
Using the rope, give me athletics with advantage.
Oh, he wasn't going to be using the ropes.
The rope, give me athletics. Great roll.
Seeing Goostrad do that, Torgrim's gonna try to climb up like right beside him.
Give me athletics.
Well, Till's gonna use every advantage she has. She's gonna use her fucking rope like a normal human being or normal creature.
Wait, before you climb, can one of you give us your rope, please?
Well, as you say that, Goostrad's up about 20 feet, and Torgrim just like ran up and then immediately slipped on the wall. Like he just jumped, hit the wall, then went. It just slid down.
Torgrim, can I borrow your rope?
I thought you had rope.
I have some, but not for the full 100 and what looks like about 3 ropes length.
Well, yes. Why don't we tie those together, and I can. I think with Torgrim's strength, we might be able to throw a doll up there, and he might be able to attempt to knot it to the other ropes.
I think Torgrim had different plans.
Torgrim's plans landed him on his ass. I think we should work together here.
I am.
That's much better.
I agree with Till there. We should. I can give the tope to Dal, and then I can throw him up.
Shannon's gonna step back because I'm relying on whatever you guys do.
Yeah. Well, I'll tie the 2 extra sets of rope, and then I guess we'll throw the dragon up in hopes that it'll it can tie a knot at the top. I mean, it does
Or
have
do you think
hands.
Torgrim
but
can throw a dragon?
That too.
It's small. I imagine it's like barely, if anything, like 38, 40 pounds.
How
Can't be
far
that
can
heavy.
Torgrim throw?
We'll find out.
What kind of check do you need me to make to see how far I can throw him?
Make athletics check. You're throwing $1, right?
Jesus. Yeah, man.
You-
I was.
You hurl down like 40 feet up, just whoosh, like a softball.
Well, he didn't make it to the top of the other rope.
Yeah. Once Doll get like hits against the wall, he's gonna try and climb up the rest of it to get to the other half of the rope and attack them.
Have
Only
dog
his
give me
thumbs.
athletics.
I think that part will be hard, but
How strong is a raven?
12. That's good. Dog climbs up.
Just in case Doll falls, we could maybe use the raven.
We're gonna talk about the swallow carrying the coconut.
So one raven's not heavy enough, but Goostrad, give me a religion check.
we want to find out 3 ravens are.
How many ravens does it take to tie a rope?
I will burn my advantage.
How many ravens, Bruce? How many ravens? Oh God!
That's too many ravens.
So with the 20, Goostrad, you're climbing up and you're seeing your companions having a little bit of trouble when you smile, knowing that the matron will never abandon you in your time of need, and you hear the flutters of hundreds and hundreds of ravens come soaring into the cavern. As they soar in, all these ravens grab onto the backs of your shoulders, if you let them.
Shannon is completely unaware. He's focused on how he's gonna tie this rope to the other raven and have it tie the rope to the one that Till shot up.
So Lord of the Rings, giant eagle style, you're all that let you, all the ones that want this to happen. The ravens are going to grab onto you, dozens and dozens of them, all across your arms and your back, They're gonna slowly lift you up 150 feet to the top.
I allow the ravens to pick me up as long as I'm allowed to T-pose.
Slide up.
Goostrad was not animated for this.
Till will allow them to carry her up high enough till she can grab her rope, and she'll use that for the rest of the way up.
Sean will let them grab him, it'll just let out a
As you get to the top, the ravens drop you safely on the edge. You can peer down now and see 150 feet below you how far it drops. Then the ravens just careen down and make their way out of sight, leaving you in a large chamber. This large chamber is covered with snow and stone, with very thick ice that clings to the rock faces and dot the landscape around you. You also see a very large mound of ice to the north, way up here. To the west, you see an enormous sheet of ice, similar to the one that you saw below. You can peer through this ice. You can sort of see the opposite side. You can sort of see the other side, knowing that if you spent enough time, you could cut through this in some fashion if you want to. If you want to get to the other side. Besides that, everything is quiet and still where you are.
Till is going to take out her little gray metal shard and see what end the point is pointing to.
As you pull it out, the end points to the north, this direction.
Well, looks like we're at least level with the beast. Seems like it's coming over from that pile of ice, though.
Goostrad will have a shit-eating grin on his face and just be like, how'd you guys like the ride?
Was unexpected.
It used to being off the ground.
Definitely unexpected, but I imagine the ride's not completely over yet.
No.
Did you by chance have a raven large enough to fight this thing?
Let me check. Looks down the well. Nope.
As you look down the well, a voice roars out on each of your heads telepathically.
At the sound of that, Till's gonna like crouch down, arrow knock on bow, and is ready to attack anything that shows up. That's not natural.
Without the voice changer, what did it say? I didn't catch it.
Thieves.
Thieves? Oh. Yep.
All
Well,
right.
there's no extra birds down here, but it is surprising the power that you can get from putting your faith in a god.
I do appreciate your religious talk, Goostrad, but I don't think now's the time. Let's get our head in the game.
Ironic that a dragon inhabiting the lair of another dragon would call us thieves.
Oh, thank goodness. You heard that too. I was quite worried I was going insane.
I feel like it might be best to point out that conundrum to the dragon. Maybe we'll defeat it by philosophy.
Would I know of any dragons that are capable of telepathic speech? Just to either affirm what I already currently think of what this dragon actually is.
You would know that I think which ones you would know. There are some very, very powerful dragons that can talk telepathically. You know that the Allsight and Ocadia and her flight talk telepathically too. And there are shard dragons.
Is this is telepathic speech anything any fertility mothers or the queen have mentioned in my presence before?
to be new for you.
Okay.
As you get a little deeper into the chamber, you hear the voice again.
Trespassers.
Get off my lawn.
Get out of my cave.
Then you see this huge claw emerge from this ice block here. The claw sticks its way out, and as the ice pile is broken apart, the shard dragon slowly makes its way out. And as the ice dragon pulls itself out, it has a bestial slant to its appearance, which looks like this. So
That's fucking cool.
its head is kind of slanted with a very short maw, and it has very narrow eyes and stocky hind legs, which give it almost like a minotaurish bull look. You see 2 wide horns which sweep from its brow, and the horns on its head are shaped and made from some sort of opaque crystal. Its scales are a dull gray, but quickly take on an iridescent reddish blue sheen. It has blocky shards which protrude from its back, and they form these arachno-mechanical or magnetic organs in it, which also give which you would know this, Shannon. These magnetic organs give it its flight. It doesn't flap its wings, it just sort of floats up when it flies. Although this one looks to be quite young. As the claw its way out, it looks at you again.
Vandals.
Till is gonna shout out in Dragon Coil. We're not the ones who stole another one's house. What are you doing here?
Want to put combat music on just so it feels more intense.
Goosetrap rolls his eyes after hearing another language he does not know.
Bruise, I was not able to capture what you said there.
So this is on combat music, just so it feels a little more intense. Not that it's fighting you, just that it's spooky. We go and die tonight, peeps.
Well,
It is
time to
not a
die.
construct.
This cavern is mine.
Does he say that
I
in the word?
can't remember which language I have is Akkadian.
So this is telepathic, so it's in a voice that you can understand in your head.
I will shout in common. What is one of the All-Sight's flight doing in the north?
Make a persuasion check. Or intimidation if you want to try and intimidate it. An 8. The All-Sight has no vision here.
Tis why it is unusual to see one of your kind, especially in that of a lair of another dragon.
The All-Sight looks to humans and your kind as a mother would look at its child. When I look at your kind and those here like me, I see nothing but insects and pests.
So you would defy your own the All-Sight?
With pleasure. He takes 2 steps forward. As he takes 2 steps forward, the ground shakes and some of the icicles above you harmlessly fall off and shower you from above.
I'm going to stand back, take a 5-foot step back.
Why are you interested in a place like this?
This lair or house are young. We will multiply and grow across the Northlands.
For what purpose?
To rule.
Do you have any followers? Looks like there was an offering down there.
Make a persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh! I want that +5.
It slams its claw on the ground instead of answering you, and it starts to shake the layer again. Bow. Be among those.
You said are young. Is there another one of you?
There are many.
In the Northlands?
And the below.
And the one that birthed you, where are they?
Make a persuasion with disadvantage.
Stop it.
Man, this Shardrake is angry. It keeps slamming things.
Honestly, it is well timed every single time. It's
we're
like,
going
it's a layer
down.
action.
No.
It slams both its
Get
claws
Ready
into the
for a
ground.
fight.
It looks like it's about to pounce at you. It has no desire to tell you any more information, and you know it's coming. And it rolled terrible!
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Goes up
everyone
first?
at Till did too.
Hey, as long as you're in front of it. that's a good thing.
Do we feel a metallic pull?
You do. You can feel a pull directly
okay.
to the dragon.
All right, at
And then
least.
on the map too, where the dragon was pulling was where the armor was, directly under you.
Okay.
So it's part of the map's like right above that.
Alright. Till is going to knock one of the antler arrows that Stag gave her. And she's going to imbue it, and you can kind of see just like from Till's like 3 fingertips, just this ice frost just like go up the shaft of the blade, and then you can see just a shard of ice form at the antler head. And she's going to take a shot at the dragon. She's also casting Ensnaring Strike. Don't worry about the damage, this is just me activating it.
"12 misses.
And then she's going to, as a reaction, she's going to use Hive Mind to increase it by 5.
17 hits.
Whoop.
The 9 pierce and then strength save.
Yeah, strength save.
The natty one.
Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah. The Shardrake then is restrained and takes a d6 of piercing damage at the start of each of its turns until it breaks out doing a strength check. Or sorry. Yeah, it uses its action to try and remove itself from the ice that's just like wrapped itself around it.
Very nice.
And then just because we're fighting something big, I'm also going to use Favorite Foe, which doesn't cost an action, but it just adds on an extra d4.
Okay.
So an extra 3 to that attack.
I got 13 total. With the 9 pierce, the 1.
The 1 doesn't take effect yet. It'll do it on its
Oh, that's on its
turn.
turn. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do that one.
And then Till's gonna back up a bit. And then because I'm not doing an action, using my bonus action on Doll, he's taking the dodge action automatically.
Okay.
That's me.
So Stag, before you go, this creature's going to legendary action Shard Shot at Till.
I know this spell.
Okay. Whew.
And Stag's up.
Short shot, such a great spell. I love it.
Not as fun when it's coming my way, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, yes, this is true, but okay. How far away am I? Oh, I'm not very far. I do not want to fall into that pit, though.
This is really
That would
good
be
for you,
very,
but
very
the good thing for this is because he's restrained, attack speed at advantage, and then he has his repulsion, which would make you disadvantage. So you're at a pure roll to attack it, which is nice for you metal wielders.
Does it? Oh, metal. Yeah.
Just like the armors below.
Mm-hmm. Is it still icy up here?
No.
Okay.
Yep, you're off the lake.
Stag.
You're just walking on frosty snow.
Okay, the stag will move over to this way. Just try to spread out a little.
No, I thought the plan was stick together. What are you
Spread
doing?
out, let's stick
Zach?
together. I don't want to be caught in a breath weapon against Sean and
That's
Till
the
and
point.
myself.
Yeah,
That's the point, though. We're
That's
fighting
how-
a dragon.
that's how we win together. We all have to stick together.
No.
You soak the breath weapon.
I want a new team.
Isn't how
I do
that-
too.
the
And if
damage
this
works?
plan goes the way we're talking about it, I might get one.
What kind of breath weapon do you
Alright.
think the shard dragon has?
I would imagine one that pulls us in. Anyone who wearing metal.
Sucks to suck, losers.
You have a fucking single metal arrow on your person, so you better be careful.
Still kind of fucked you there.
That's Till's. How dare you?
Out.
Hey man, if you learned how to hit, it wouldn't be a problem.
Shots
Okay,
fired.
I will cast Hunter's Mark. I am on the dragon. And then I will try to shoot it. What does that do for me again? I haven't cast it for a while. Oh, I just add extra damage. Alright. I will shoot the dragon.
That's a hit.
Alright, and
And I'll give you the 5 on the hardest mark if you want to take it.
okay.
Unless you want to try
Yep,
to roll for
I'll
the
take
6.
that. Nope, I'll take the 5.
Oh.
And it's bonus action, and then move. I can't do anything else. Lovely. Alright. As brambles kind of wrap around its feet.
Torgrim, before you go. Okay. Dragon is going to use its legendary action to hurl. It's going to make everyone within 60 feet that has metal on its person and metal armor. If you're not wearing metal armor, you're okay. The thing is just Torgrim and Goostrad. Both of you guys need to make strength saves.
Oh no.
I might have to.
I should have casted Blessed instead.
That's fine. It moved me closer. I'm okay with that.
You're also prone. And
Oh, he
Torgrim's up.
lined you guys up. That's terrifying.
Torgrim's up.
So I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up. I'm then gonna use the other half of my movement to go over here. And I'm gonna attack him. Because he's still restrained, so you said he is just at a normal attack right now?
Yes, it's a normal roll because you're using a metal weapon. The advantage, disadvantage, will cancel.
Yeah, that kind of sucked.
It's a miss.
I'm gonna action surge and hit him again.
Okay.
So many dice.
Still miss.
Miss. Both your attacks clink off of this dramatic shell scale of this dragon. Cling, cling.
Wow. Alright, that's my turn.
On it.
All right. I can't do that. Well, while he's restrained and Goostrad is... Can't get close enough. Let's see. I will bonus action Hex, and I will choose Wisdom.
Nice roll.
And then I will blast him with Radiant Energy.
I love that hex animation. Blah.
That's nasty looking. I love it.
I can't remember if restrain is also for range. I think it is.
Attack
Would I
rolls
pop
against
up?
creature have advantage, and the attack rolls of the creature have disadvantage. It doesn't specify, so both, I
So
guess.
22. That's
Hmm.
8 force. Then I'll give you the 6 necrotic.
8 radiant,
Radiant?
and 6 necrotic. Yeah. I
Nice.
will move back a little bit. And that's Shannon.
Where you going? Come closer. Goostrad.
So Goostrad will get up. So it'll be half movement. So that's 5, 10, 15 here. Then he'll use his action to dash right here. And then he will use Gore again to attack.
We're dying tonight, guys.
Okay.
Your head but the dragon and hurts. You're like, ow.
Yeah.
I
Ow.
mean, is that still a 22?
Oh yeah, it's an attack. It's advantage, and it's not a.
Sure, that's not weapon.
yeah, it's not
That's
metal.
right.
Ooh.
There
Big
we
slashing.
go.
Nice.
You still
I
got your
don't
head,
even care if my spell Snare Strike never works again. I'm happy. This is great.
though. The dragon.
Yeah, that was a big play.
It takes 1 piercing damage as the ice continues to just push into its body with the pressure and cold.
I could just take my swing. I think I'm going to do. I'm going to take my swings up with disadvantage.
That's scary. That means you have a high to hit. That's terrifying.
So the dragon's going to turn it toward him and bite.
Oh,
I'm glad that was an
Oh!
advantage.
Oh,
got
just
blood.
Does not hit.
it's going to whip around to Goostrad to make a claw.
6.
That misses.
It's going to take a shard shot at Shannon.
Sean, no.
Holy shit, that actually missed me!
Dive, dip, dive. Come around still.
I'm invincible!
Amazing.
The Boris from Goldeneye.
yes, actually.
Just Neo from the Matrix, just dodging.
Till's gonna take another shot with her longbow against the dragon. Which should be at advantage, I believe. Let's go.
16 hits? 20.
And then, as a reaction, Doll is going to join in, and you can just see this little putter of coal just lob. It looks like a little, almost like a watermelon seed as it just flies over and it pongs him in the forehead. For an extra 6 point of damage. It was a good ping. And that is Till. I'm gonna move though.
Oh, wait. Your snare's not cold damage, is it?
The restrained strike is piercing technically.
Okay, that's fine. The cold
Yeah, just
damage,
thematically iced.
he's immune to the cold. So when you hit him with the 6, he kind of shrugs it
Fuck.
off.
That sucks.
Your dragon,
Glad I didn't use Ice Knife.
Where you go, Stag? He's going to.
Oh,
Use
sorry.
his
I wanted to
legendary
move
action.
this guy here too.
of course he is.
He's got a shard shot at Stag.
How dare you?
Oof.
Ow.
Does
I think 8 misses you, though.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah. He's at disadvantage. Yay. Thank goodness.
I like to think he's like an ankylosaurus, kind of with his tail, and he like whips it, throws off. I'm like,
That's really cool. I love the design of this monster.
If I use a scroll, can I cast a spell as a bonus action?
what's the scroll you're using?
I think it's
Bless.
Bless.
The scroll we have.
Oh, you mean do you want to like try to just cast 2 higher than first level
Yeah.
spells?
Well, bless is a first level, and then if I were to do spiritual weapon, that would also be a spell. But is it different if it's a spell and a scroll as a bonus action or action, or would it have to be on 2 different turns?
I think scrolls are still under the spell thing where you can't cast 2 higher than cantrip spells. Let me make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe you also have to cast this scroll based on the spells if it's an action or bonus, I think, too.
Well, yeah, you cast the scroll as an action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you would
Use an
bonus
action to
action
read the
cast.
scroll and cast it.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. Okay.
And if I were to try to use a bonus action to cast a spell, would I be able to do that or no?
Hmm.
Nope. You have to use the standard spell stuff.
Okay.
Unless you're a sorcerer.
I will go forward. Actually, wait. Far away. Oh, that far away? Okay. I'll go to like there, and I think I'm in less range of Torgrim and Goostrad. So I will bless Goostrad, Torgrim, and myself using my Scroll of Bless.
That adds
It's a smart move.
a D4, right?
Yep.
It'll take away your hunter's mark, is the only thing. You still are under the concentration effects of the scroll.
Oh, right. Damn. Alright, that's fine.
Okay.
It'll probably get more hits anyways.
The Torgrim, Goostrad, and who's the other one?
Myself.
Yourself. Gotcha.
Yeah. I need it.
Stag has too much faith in my arrows, apparently.
It's that I don't have enough faith in my own.
That's fair.
And then I'll just move back these... Oh, I'm still having a ruler. I'll move back these feet.
And that lasts until she loses concentration, right?
Yep.
Yep.
For a minute until I lose concentration. And then I'll end my turn.
Torgrim, before you go, Young Shard Dragon is going to use a legendary action to shard shot at Shannon.
Oh,
Yeah. 10.
let's go! Just misses, motherfucker.
Grizz gets MVP of the night.
I'll fucking take it. I get at least one of those right.
I'm good to go now?
Yep.
Okay, I'm a swing. Does that hit, or do I need to add my 1d4?
Roll your d4.
Why the fuck are you using a metal weapon, you fool?
What is the weapon I'm gonna use? My fist?
14
I'm going
misses.
from a mammoth! We just had this conversation!
Yeah, but Torgrim didn't pick it up.
Well, you should have.
That's a miss, though.
If you did, you'd be rolling at advantage.
Goes to Shannon.
He wants that.
Torgrim's not smart.
All right.
He wants to be top
got
on
it again.
DPS meters.
Well, currently he's at a literal 0.
He's gambling.
He's shamed.
Shannon will coalesce a ball of not eldritch energy on his scepter, and I will instead cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh.
I
22
will
hits.
use my advantage to hit.
I think it's still snared.
Oh, you
so-
got
You're
it,
already
Mister.
attacking
You
at
good?
advantage. So
Oh, is it still snare?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bleed.
Yeah.
It is bloody.
And the hex. So the 19 radiant plus 5 necrotic.
Got it.
And I will move here to keep us spread out and not in a line.
I mean, we're in a line the other way, though.
Strahd.
He's gonna break his chains though.
What happens when I get double advantage?
Is this one?
It's just home. I will swing my club. And I will go ahead and add smite to that.
Nice.
Divine smite.
That's some decent damage. Holy shit.
Ooh.
That's a good smite.
And I'll end my turn. And a 17 did hit, right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay, alright.
Can we have some bits in chat for some emotional damage sound effects after that? Holy shit.
I got you.
Emotional damage.
All right. I'm going to.
It'll take 5 piercing as the cold ice continues to push into its limbs.
I think I can try to break it. Let me try to break it.
Just got me to 12.
Yeah, I
Oh, you
think
broke
so.
it.
All right, it's free, guys.
He's gonna.
We had our
Does that
fun.
take an action?
Yeah, it's actually
It
break.
does, yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna fly up 20 feet. If you want to take swings at it. And he's gonna fly 20 feet to there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
I wonder why.
Well, guys, Shannon had a good run.
I do not think
You hit my
that will
Torgrim.
hit.
I finally
Nice
hit
I
him.
don't have advantage anymore.
Well, isn't he rolling at disadvantage? Does a 15 still... Oh, I guess with bless,
But with
right?
bless, yeah.
Yeah, do I need to roll my bless?
Nah, if you'd have got a 1, you got him.
Oh,
He's got that 16.
Let's go Torgrim. At high damage. Jesus.
And that is his turn. Teal, before you go, he's going to legendary action. Oh no, you have a 20.1, so you are up first.
Okay, cool. Till is going to bonus action infuse one of her arrows again. You can just see ice go up the shaft as she takes aim, and she's going to shoot at the shard in the air.
You got it?
Does not hit.
9 misses. I was like, he's got advantage? Ah.
No
Looked over like, oh,
no advantage, but I still have it up as a concentration, so my next arrows until I hit continuously like turn to ice. And then I'm gonna fucking move because this thing's moving to me. That's scary.
We are not messing with this thing.
I mean, on the plus side, it's bloodied already.
It is. For now.
And Doll is gonna run up and dodge action and try and stand between Shannon and it.
Dag, before you go, Young Shard Dragon is going to burn all 3 of its legendary actions to shake the world. Everyone in the chamber has to make a dexterity saving throw as icicles fall from the sky.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I was never gonna pass that.
Emotional damage.
Shannon, you made it!
I am invincible!
Everybody else fails.
I could
wait.
potentially.
Yeah, roll your
with
bless. Yeah.
Come
Torgrim's gonna
on,
use
Goose, try to get that
advantage.
fort. I believe.
4.
Oh,
Oh well.
17
Jesus.
pierce as icicles fall from the sky.
Gonna
I mean,
say
that's
none
3
of us have been
legendary
hit yet,
actions.
guys.
The success
That is a lot
uh,
of damage.
success
No,
means you
guys,
just take
none
no
of us
damage.
have been hit yet.
Sorry,
It's fine.
Success is no damage or half?
Success is no damage.
Ow.
You have advantage if you want to use it. This Torgrim.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I am using my
Oh, use
advantage.
it?
Just everybody was talking at the same time.
Yeah, got it.
Sorry.
Oh, I rolled that twice. Sorry.
I'm
Good.
fucking glad we got to do some good damage on it early because that would have sucked otherwise.
You both keep your
Ow.
spells though. Keep your concentration.
That's good. Yep. Awesome.
Instead, you get smashed by the icicles falling from the sky, but you're able to shrug it off, bloody, but still going. It's
I
true.
am in pain.
Damn, that wasn't even max damage. Fuck.
Ow. I'm in pain, and I will just back up all the way. No, just isolate myself just for the dragon. Very hurt, as you do. Do I shoot? Do I shoot the dragon is the question. Or do I try something else?
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to attempt to cast Misfortune on the dragon.
Okay. That's a fail.
Yes! That's awesome. Okay, so it's got disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah.
I think it's just the next
Just the
one,
next
not
one.
all.
Just the next one?
Yep, just the next one.
Oh, I didn't read that correctly. Still, that's fine. It'll probably save someone from death.
And that'll make that snaring shot stick.
That requires nobody else doing anything for the entire round, so it'd be cool, but I don't expect that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dragon would attack.
It is 20 feet in the air, though.
Then, just as a bonus action, I will use Harness Divine Power and regain a first level spell slot. Just
Like-
so I have it.
I like to think when you do that, you make like flowers pop out of you. You're like,
A little bit. There's little pine cones.
pine cones. Torgrim.
I see some little pine cones in my hair.
Torgrim. Alright, Torgrim is gonna move over here. And he's gonna throw his Steelhawk hand axe.
Let's go. Aw.
And not hit. But at least it comes back.
But it goes back.
That's my turn.
Shot
All right.
I love Torgrim so much.
There. Bonus action. Silent Stag is going to glow with a radiant healing light. That is my last one. And I will turn back around and Eldritch Blast.
Ah.
I will use the advantage I haven't used yet to hit. Or at least for the 22.
Those the 22 hits for 13 force damage. Got it. How do you want to do this?
Plus the necrotic.
The dead
I
on dead
will blast him straight through the center, and the necrotic energy from the hex will just blow him outwards all over Torgrim.
Covered in dragon guts.
So as that happened, the sharded dragon falls from the sky and just smashes into the ground next to Torgrim. It is dead. And the dragon is defeated.
Goostrad will
Yeah.
toss his bone club aside, no longer needing it.
Yeah, Till's gonna shake her arrow drawing hand. You can kind of see like frost come off her fingertips as she cancels the spell.
You'll see Torgrim and Goostrad, you've seen that in this top right corner. There was more of that really thick ice leading to another chamber that's been blocked off. But now this dragon lies dead before you.
I believe the Hunters Guild was looking for bring back some of the pieces of the I guess the crystal that is on this dragon.
I will need a couple pieces of that crystal if I may.
From Shannon, like, exploding it, is its head still intact?
It's pretty broken up, but it's not like fully intact, but it's intact enough.
Okay, Torgrim would take the head as a trophy.
Did you take that damage, Torgrim? 17?
No,
No,
he
I
succeeded.
Yeah,
I
you
used my
used advantage.
Oh, okay.
Give me
I
a-
can't
I
believe
missed
I
that
didn't
part.
get hit at all.
Give me a great sword swing and see just how good you cleave it.
Heck yeah. I'm so down for that.
While he's doing that, Till wants to take out her Quantrill and she wants to chop off one of the claws, like the fangs, the fingers.
Torgrim lops off the head. Till cuts a claw off. You skin the dragon. So if you take the shards back to the hall, what they'll do is they'll make one magic item for you. And you have 3 choices.
I will take enough so that I can send a couple missives with proof.
Okay.
So I don't need like enough of or I don't need a lot. I just need enough to show.
Thank you.
You targeting that shard dragon? That's
Yeah,
what...
Don't
Kill
look
the
at that. Don't
dragon.
look at that.
The shark
I'm
dragon
not
wakes up
healing
with
the
4
dragon.
health.
Oh no! Oh no!
I will untarget the dragon.
So you can either make a shard armor, a shard strike, or a shard crown.
Ooh.
Each one of these, you take the scales from this beast, the gems, and you attach it to something that you already have. You'd be attached it to armor or a weapon you already have, and then for the crown, it's just like a basic helmet. If you attach to the armor, whoever wears it with attunement, as a reaction, when a weapon or ammunition made of metal hits you within 30 feet, you make it at disadvantage. The attack comes at you at disadvantage. That's a
So the
recharge on
attack has
short.
to originate from 30 feet?
Yep.
Okay.
If you're a melee and like something swings at you with a long sword, you can reaction to make it at disadvantage once a day. Or if someone shoots a bow at you within 30 feet. The shard strike is, it has to be encrusted on a 2-handed weapon. When you hit a target, as a bonus action, you cause the shard strike to erupt. Each creature other than you within 5 feet of the target has to make a dex save or takes 1d6 piercing damage.
Could that potentially be on a bow, since it's technically a two-handed
It's a
weapon?
2-handed weapon.
Because you'd be shooting an arrow, so it
Okay.
has to be something that you like smack it with. And then the third one is the shard crown, which you wear around your head like a helmet. If you do that, you can cast levitate on yourself once per day, and you learn the shard shot cantrip. If you do not have a spellcasting modifier, the shard shot cantrip is cast with Constitution. But to get that, you have to take it back to the guild, the lodge, and they have to craft it for you, which will take them a little bit to do.
Okay.
Out of character, I know Grizz was interested. In some sort of
I don't really need I mean, the armor wouldn't be bad, but I'm not wearing armor, so I can't. But the other stuff will cut into my action economy with my my pet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, depending on what class the armor is, I mean, my AC is only 11, so.
Well, I think it's just an attachment to your already existing armor. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm not wearing armor, so it wouldn't work for me.
You could buy new
Yeah, I'm
armor,
not
then
wearing
put it
armor.
on that way. Like you don't have to use armor that you have. You just have to. You could just buy a new one.
I think putting it on a frontliner who's taken the brunt of damage would make the most sense. But we can have this conversation.
Yeah, we can have
after
it later,
stream.
yeah.
Yeah.
Till's gonna take the rest of the fingers from the dragon.
Okay.
Is this a ritual for you and the life giver, Till?
No, I just want my amulet to look a little bit nicer. And she'll show you on her, one of her smaller hands is the one that you were pouring that goop onto, where it's just like, it has all the claws and bits of dragon from that one that we found in the burrow.
Kustrad will kind of have a very a still face, but he is thinking in the back of his mind like, oh my gosh, we have a psychopath killer on our hands taking trophies.
Hey, if
You
you're
say
allowed
that
to
as
have
Orgrim
100
took the head.
Yeah, come on, I'm not taking big stuff.
Yeah, I took that to take that.
I'm just bejeweling myself.
With fingers.
Okay, I'm gonna clean them. They're just gonna look like claws. What are you talking about?
Well, I think
It's fine.
with Goostrad, like that is very much in line with the Minotaur culture. It is adorning things, different trophies, I guess. So it makes sense.
Well, I'm quite glad that that went relatively well.
Yes.
Shannon, are these kind of dragons? How intelligent are they? Out of curiosity.
Shannon is frantically taking notes in his journal. He'll look up at you. Extremely. They're often not found much outside of Arcadia.
Interesting.
So, Torgrim, up in that chamber, you see the small chamber surrounded by shards of ice, which reveals a nursery. A large dragon's egg transfixed at its center. The egg is broken in a way that seems it has been bitten into pieces. While covered in ice, before its destruction, you can see that the egg was once an orange and red hue.
That thing ate a baby dragon.
I wonder if
Maybe
this
the
dragon's emotions overtook it and it didn't do anything against my spell. I'm surprised it worked so well.
Torgrim would inspect it as best as he can.
I think there's something going on over here, Shannon.
Upon seeing
Shannon
the
will
egg,
finish his note and walk over.
would I be able to take one of the pieces of the shell? Yeah. Unless there's organic in the egg? Is there anything left of it? Because you said it was bit.
Yeah, there's nothing left inside of it. You don't see any remnants of whatever was in there. You see a little bit of like the goo that would be left inside the egg. But mainly it's just the reddish, orangish hue shell that's left. Of almost like just the bottom half. It's almost like a cup. Then left.
Okay. I'll take a chunk of the shell and I'll scoop up some of that goop.
Does it look like it was destroyed, not hatched?
Yeah, it looks like a dragon like took a bite out of it, like, and then sucked out whatever was inside.
Maybe the reports that we heard about the dragon being fat might not have been because it's lazy.
I did not consider it being pregnant. Would that not mean that there's at least 2 red dragons in this area? Is that how dragons work? Or are they solo mating?
Shannon?
Yeah, I don't know
Yes,
nothing
I
about
mean-
the
Reproductive
mating rituals
cycles.
of dragons.
John, you know all about dragons boning to know that there should be 2.
Why, yes, that is my fetish. Let me tell you all about it right now.
You're so knowledgeable that you didn't even have to roll for it.
Go ahead and roll and see how well you know about dragons boning. Make a history check.
Oh my god.
With a 9?
I will take a low roll.
Even a 9 is too much.
You've seen some weird videos.
What are videos?
I have Googled things that people ought not Google.
Wizard Google.
Purely research, I assure you.
I'm just gonna do that ritually.
Why didn't you do that earlier?
I was going
Yeah.
to, but then we found the dragon.
For the sake
That's fair.
of the story, I'm going to extend this quite a bit and say 300 feet, and yes. Southwest. South as in under you.
Sorry, did you say 100 feet or 300 feet?
300 feet.
300 feet.
You want to spend a minute concentrating?
Yes, I will.
It is red, and it is 140 years old.
You said southeast?
This would be like under you to your west. Let's say east, I meant west. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I might have just misheard.
So it'd be like almost
Like this way, then below you.
Okay.
outside of the cavern. where we came in.
Can I tell if it's moving around?
Doesn't seem to be.
Okay. I will go and inform the group of what I have just discovered. I believe I might know where the red dragon is.
And where would that be?
Well, it's not here anymore.
That spell only normally is 30 feet. We just killed that dragon.
Magic.
Sometimes when you're a hunter, you can see farther away.
She must be very strong with the bond.
We'll
A
call it
chosen
that.
one to bring balance to the dragons.
I'm a cleric of the hunt. My detect range is so much larger.
It's concerning.
I hear that stag is only using 2% of her power.
And she'll lead them
Tether
all over to
bonds.
here. Does anyone have any rope to drop down?
I was figuring we would wait for the red dragon to return so it knows that we're the ones who slayed its enemy.
Well, why not go tell it ourselves?
We harvest the parts, right? Okay.
Torgrim, I
Torgrim.
would not
So
consider that.
to get through there, you just have to take some time to chip away at it if you want to do that.
That looks like a treasure pile to me.
But it leads to
Yeah,
another
that's what I
chamber.
was... Oh, is that... Oh, it leads to another chamber.
Yep, if you want to bust through the ice to get over there.
So is there like... Is this treasure like actually in the ice?
There's no treasure that you can see. You just can see that there's like another section of this cave that's been like walled off
Oh.
with really thick ice.
Yeah, based on what Stag said, yeah, I'm gonna start chipping away at it.
It'll take
would
you
aid.
20-30
So
minutes.
you should touch it.
So some hefty blows. I'll throw you over there. You see a cavern walkway which goes to your north, to your south. Everyone wants to go?
Oh yeah, I'm following this bad boy.
God damn it, Torgrim.
If we don't follow him, he'll somehow either die or do something really cool without us.
I'm aware.
You shatter through the
Sorry,
ice.
I didn't think there was anything over here, and then Bruce said there was things over here.
Here.
Split the party. Let's go.
I just wanted to complete the map.
This part of the cavern
know.
seems very, very clean. You don't see any tracks, any trails. It looks like this part has been walled off for quite some time.
Are we leaving any tracks and trails?
Only you and Till would see them. Be able to pick up on it. But
Stack.
nothing else comes of mind until you guys approach this very large opening in the floor. This opening seems to slant at about a 90-degree angle.
What is it, Goostrad?
Balls. That curve.
We lost him.
The labyrinth. You know, usually Minotaur are really good at labyrinths.
I imagine most labyrinths back home, Goostraw's not used to the curved walls. These things are
I'm
new to
making
him.
these things harder for me to give stimulate the mind.
Can we see the bottom of this hole?
So this is it's a very sloping cavern made of pure ice. You look down about your full eyesight's reach, and then it goes dark about 120 feet in. It looks like it slopes. You have to slide it like a laundry chute to get to the next part. Out of game.
I feel like I shouldn't have used my channel.
This is that's like a little optional side thing. If you guys want to take this leads to a dungeon crawl in this mountain. If you want to do a dungeon crawl in the mountain, that's where this will take you.
Okay.
The only
But
exit
obviously
is
we
the
get level
dungeon.
4 at the top of the thing.
The cave that the Ashardrick came out of, because you said it came out of the pile, was there anything in that pile? Like, did it go to another room by chance?
Nope, he was just living under some.
He was
Protection.
just chilling.
Literally chilling.
He's hiding there, hanging out.
I think it is best to try to assist the Jarl and Runa before we try any sort of additional adventures.
I think at the very least we should talk to this red dragon when it returns. I would rather it befriend it now than come out of this hole and it be angry at us.
That didn't mean we're already here. We might as well keep going.
I am more than interested than to go in here, but I do think we should wait for the dragon first.
It's better to ask for permission since we're asking for so much help from the
You
dragon.
always need to ask for consent.
Less about permission and more worried about getting smacked about by a dragon with our injured selves leaving this hole.
It's quite an old dragon. It's probably... Wait,
You
how old?
haven't seen the dragon. How do you know how old it is?
I could feel it.
You're touching dragons.
No,
It might be a little bit temperamental.
it's magic, Till.
If it has lost an egg.
All I am saying is befriending it means it won't be angry when we re-enter its lair after it's established itself as the owner again.
But Stag said the dragon is already in here. Did she not?
It's not. No.
All I am saying is that if we go into here and we come back out and we haven't talked to the dragon already, it might attack us because we're now in its lair and it didn't know who we are. That's all I'm saying. We should befriend it before we go in there.
The safer thing to do would be to take a rest. Probably here, at least somewhat away from the dragon, and wait for it to return before we venture further.
I say we show it that we're bold and we rest right in the room with the dead Ashard dragon. That way there's no mistaking that we're the one that saved its home.
But don't we know where the dragon is? Can't we just go to the dragon?
I think it will be more persuasive and powerful on our end if it has to come to us in its old lair than us leaving it.
Wouldn't that give it a sign that we are staking claim to this layer?
Not if we don't act hostile when it comes back. I just don't want it to get confused and think something else did this, and then our advantage of having credit.
Quite enough
We
evidence.
have plenty of trophies, so to speak.
Having grown up as a hunter, I've seen plenty of other hunters scavenge something that they didn't get the kill on. But if you think it's safer to leave, I'll follow the group.
I'm merely suggesting that we at least rest, and then if the dragon comes back, we can talk with it then. If not, we can hunt it down.
I agree with that. I'm just saying that we should rest in that room we just fought in, and then if it isn't arriving, then we can hunt it down, yes.
The alcove felt pretty safe. I think we should stare.
Safety alcove?
We could do guys take a long rest.
About.
Our next game's not for 2 weeks, so you guys still have some time to discuss where you want to go and how you want to do this next part too.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you killed my dragon. Did a pretty good job. He wasn't worried at all.
I was clenched the whole time.
Were you?
You had little to fear.
No help.
I was terrified when I went down to 3 HP. It was
Wait,
4.
I can only,
I was worried I was never gonna hit it.
I could only use that as a reaction if I was under 25%. I had to be bloody to use it.
I was very worried that Torgrim would not hit it ever.
Yeah, me too.
Even with me giving him advantage. You bugger.
I figured Sean would beat the shit out of it with his guiding bolts and his Eldritch Blast.
I mean, he did.
Yeah.
So
Warlock's a little over strong.
Warlocks are
I
just.
just need to. I just
I
need to
gave
hit
people
it.
bless.
Smite it.
That was good. Bless is super good. It's
Yeah,
that
we
weird
shot
clear
that thing
again.
down early. It was good.
It's weird, like, sometimes you don't think you do a lot as a class like that, even though you're doing a whole lot. Just because you're not doing
Yeah.
damage.
That misfortune would have been good if it attacked again.
Yeah. That is
But we
tonight's
killed it.
episode. You guys did good. Learned some new stuff. And you got a sweet magical item once you get back to town.
Ooh, yeah.
All
We
three are
live.
pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, thanks for watching. If you're still hanging out on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube, definitely hit that subscribe button. We'll be back not next week, but the week after, which is the 1st of March. So we'll see you then if we don't see you on Friday. Have a good night, everybody.
See you.
Bye.
night.
Bye.